Okay, well, good evening. Yeah, it's been a little while. Emperor Project, how are you? Thanks and welcome along to the stream. Tyrannis Cosplay here, and tonight I'm going to be turning this into a couple of horns to go on the side of a Chaos helmet that I'm making. Let's just take care of a little bit of ambience, shall we? Let's do that, and that, and that. Okay. There we go. We should have some background music plonking along there now. Okay, so I'm making a Crone Chaos armor for a client. It's a commission, and he's basically just given me some images to use as inspiration. The mic is fading in and out. That's because it's off to the side and I keep waving my hand between it and me. let's put it there, see if that helps a little bit. It's a new mic too. I'm not particularly happy with it. I broke my old Samson mic and I'm not quite sure how to fix it. Again, should be out of shot now. Okay, so where are they? I had samples. Here we go. So this is the helmet that the client is getting at least the base for it, and yes, if it looks familiar, it's because it is. It's based on a Dr. Fate helmet. I filled the ear in, and we're going to whack some honking great horns on the side. He is a very big, solid bloke, and the helmet needs to be quite big. Now, this is one of the very few patterns that I've made myself. Normally when I construct stuff I build it off of other people's patterns. I like Peppercure a lot, so I drew this horn and then I took a photo of it and I whacked it in Photoshop and I blew it up to the size that I wanted the horn to be in the project and printed it out, divided it up into nice little sections and scales. The first test run I made was too damn small for the helmet and it didn't work for me all that well once I scaled the helmet up. But I continued to use this one as a prototype to get the look and the style of the horn I wanted. I wanted a really sharp, aggressive looking horn, so I went with flat faces and scales instead of like a nice smooth bull horn or cow's horn. And because we're doing the Crone Chaos armor, we wanted him to look gnarly, pretty seriously bad. So I made that up, and then I thought, okay, well, we'll go to the next step and we may as well keep going with the prototyping and get a nice paint finish for it. And this is what I came up with. To see whether the helmet was going to work with the helmet, I obviously had to scale it up to the right size as the new helmet. And we ended up, well, this beastie here, which you can see is significantly bigger. And it works well. It sits on the helmet nicely and it's the right size, and it's a prototype out of some crappy foam that I had laying around. It's really soft and spongy. So I'm going to make the actual horns tonight based on that pattern, which is the same size as this. Okay, so those are the pattern pieces I used to make this one. What I've done recently is I've traced out. Okay. That's right, the background music is too loud for me. I can't concentrate. I've traced out these patterns and you can see that I've done some red marks here. Essentially, when I've done each of the scales, I want the scales to overlap. So I've given me some more material for each of the pieces. Traced it out on some light cardboard that I had, so that it'll last a while. And each of these pieces now overlaps by about 1 centimetre, 1/3 of an inch, whatever it is. So the plan tonight is that these first 4 layers will be done in 10mm foam floor mats. Then the top of these, as they get smaller and I need less of an overlap, I've got some nice 5mm foam that was given to me by my potential new sponsor. We're in negotiations. That'll be a gold ring around the top. It won't actually be made to scale. It'll be made once the scale is made. The horn is made. Now, to get a full set of a full horn, each one of these needs to be traced twice, front and back, because each horn has 4 faces, and then obviously I need to do that a second time to get a second horn. So, oops, that'll be right. Loose piece of the pattern. That'll make my freaking day. That will. These 2 pieces here, 3A and 12A, need to be trimmed where that red line is, because they don't actually go underneath the collar. They're going to butt join to it. The horn itself is around about 52 centimeters, and it wasn't chosen for any particular reason except that it looked aesthetically pleasing next to the helmet. So for those of you who are not in decimals, you're still imperials, we're about 20.5 inches from the bottom of the horn here to the tip. So without further ado, let's trace these cardboard patterns out on the foam, start cutting and gluing. Speaking of which, glue. Down there on the floor. I live in Australia. We don't get barge. So this is our solution to barge over here. A company called Sticker. It's premium contact adhesive. It is an AU 4600 or 4600 AU type contact adhesive. And I find it works really well for foam. It's just as effective as barge, so I've been told. And the acid test is trying to take 2 pieces apart. The foam tears before the glue gives way. And it doesn't break down in the heat in the back of the car. Here in Western Australia, we've been in the mid-30s the last week or so. We've had a nice pleasant summer, comparatively speaking. Okay, so like I said, the first 4 layers are all going to be 10mm, and then these are going to be 5mm. I think I've got this in Photoshop now. What I might do is actually make these scaled available to Patreon patrons first, and then if there is a call for it, maybe my Facebook and Instagram followers and stuff. So I'll keep this. Throw it over there. Okay. While hey yon lines, how the devil are you, my brother? While I am really looking forward to using some of the high quality foam that I get given with this partnership agreement or sponsorship agreement, I still like to be able to grab good old-fashioned floor mats and use those, because they work, they're cheap, they're readily available, and anyone can grab them. You don't have to have high quality foam to make stuff. No, not a Space Marine. The corn Chaos Lord helmet, or a variation thereupon, because most of the Khorne Chaos's armor is bequeathed unto you by the Chaos Gods, etc. Okay. Pins, pen, knife, go. Slosh. So each horn takes 4 of these panels. There's an A side and a B side, and we need 2 A's and 2 B's. That does make sense, yes. So the guy that I'm making this suit of armor for is a very large gentleman, 6'3", 6'4", something like that. He's lost a fair bit of weight, so hopefully hopefully he slows down so the blinking armor will still fit him. And he has a reasonably good head size. Where is the alpha? Oh, it's interesting. I thought the alpha helmet was over there. It's not. That's his helmet. As you can see in the face cam, it's quite big. But he has a really big size. Brick shithouse large, yeah. He plays dodgems with Mack trucks. Only he doesn't use a Mack truck. He didn't want a Space Marine. He likes the Chaos armor. He likes the skulls and the blood and gore type look, rather than that nice clean rounded edges that we see on the Space Marines. And there's a couple of Space Marines in town already, so he wants to troop with them, but he wants to have a point of difference. I can understand that. Variety is the spice of life and all that. So what have you been up to anyway, guys? Any projects you've been working on that you're rather proud of? Hey, Finn, how the devil are ya? I've been missed. Yeah, I honestly, I have been trying to get into a routine. I think tonight, Monday night for myself, or in this case, it's 20 past 1 on Tuesday morning. I think this might be my regular stream day, because I work Monday nights, but I don't work Tuesday nights. So it doesn't matter if when I get home from doing my Monday night gig, I start streaming like this, and I work into the wee small hours. I don't have to worry about getting up on Tuesday for work. So yeah, I think this may be my regular day, although I might start an hour and a half earlier, midnight-ish my time, or earlier. Odd man, how the devil are ya? Big shout out to Dark Force, whose backing music I use, because he's nice and he lets me, and it doesn't impinge with my YouTubing and monetizationing and things. Okay. We don't want to use the red one. Red one's a pretty one. Let's use the black one. Okay. I might leave that pretty one in the shot. Woohoo! Ooh, Neo Absolution! Oh my god, look at this! The whole gang's coming out to play! This is what I'm making. Gonna repeat one of these, but bigger. This time is perfect for you? Good, good. So this is my prototype one that I made. It worked well against the prototype helmet, which is way too damn small for the client. So when we scaled up the helmet, we had to scale the horns up because the horns look dinky next to the real helmet. I did a convention, a small convention, yesterday, Sunday. So I continued to work on this one as a proof of concept for the design, and 2 proofs of concept for the paint job, and I purposely only did half or one side so that when people pick it up and take a look at it on my cosplay table at conventions, they can see what the raw material is, and they can see how you can transition a bit of shitty floor mat into something that works reasonably well as a horn or a pipe or whatever. So let's leave that in the shot for a little while, shall we? Okay. Now, because these pieces do not glue to each other except for the sides, and they're all numbered reasonably well. Well, my creative got tickled by that horn. Oh, sweet. Or a horn pipe, there you go. I don't need registration marks on these as such. Okay. Oh, geez. Bent Canuck. Sorry, the red on the black is really hard to read with my bifocal glasses on there, mate. Welcome to the stream, Bent. I don't believe I've seen you with us before. Mind you, I'm old and senile and I don't remember my own name, so there's that. Plus, I've kind of fallen out of regular streaming, but let's see if we can't get back into the habit, shall we? Kind of want a great bro with that style for limbs. Yeah, dude. I really like it. It sells the look I want for this Chaos helmet, which is aggressive and stuff, which is why I went for a flat face helmet like a ram, a flat face horn like a ram's horn, and then scales, and yeah, just a couple of nicks taken out of it with the craft knife, and then literally just stroke them with the craft knife, hit with the heat gun, and it works. Light brown spray paint, then black shoe polish to give me my aging and weathering, a couple of coats of that, clear coat between each one so that the overcoat doesn't wash out the base coat, some brown shoe polish over the top of that to give it a little bit of tinting, and then burnt sienna acrylic paint. Was it burnt sienna? Yeah, burnt sienna, you know, that daggy shitty brown. I just made a wash and painted it a couple of times, mopping it off with a paper towel to give me a little more depth and texture. The band is just spray painted gold with a black wash on it at the moment. For shits and giggles, I think I might actually put little skulls on it or little spikes on it. I'm not sure. He wants skulls all over this thing. I'm not a 40k player myself, Warhammer, but I really do love the aesthetic. Jons is subbed. Jons, love you, man. Thank you. Are you on the sub board already? Do I need to put you on the sub board? Jons, you are not on the sub board, brother. It is your second time. Oh no, there you are. There you are. You are there. Immortalized in foam, you are. So is that background music there? I don't want it to be overpowering the vocals, but I don't want it to be dead quiet when I concentrate and stick my tongue out the side of my mouth with that look at... It's audible but a bit low. Okay. Let's take it up to about there and see how you go. It's really damn low now because the track's finished. Remember, it's only supposed to be background music. Ulrich's Workshop, how are you, Ulrich? Look at all those emoticons, dude. I got one. I got a bloody kangaroo. That's my emoticon. Oh, by the way, here we go. Because there are some new names there in the list. Let's do this. Hang on. Ready? Warning, this live stream is narrated in conversational Australian English, and as such it will contain language that may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children, or it might just upset a few weak bastards. Now, you know. Okay. I got a red around here somewhere. There we go. Hey, the warning is back. And put a little red tick on the ones that I've already traced out once. Warning, this stream is not for snowflakes. Hey, I'm a fucking snowflake, alright? I believe in marriage equality. But you're right. If you get upset by Australian punctuation, this is probably not a safe place for you. $17, $16 and $15. Fucking hell, Tara! You've been making great progress on this helm. You have been. We'll show pictures, man. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, or those of you who can't remember the last stream I did because it's so fucking long ago, links are available in chat. You are more than welcome to link up your work in progress photos. Just don't go stupid and don't put crap in our channel because we're enjoying each other's company. Report me, bitch! You like that? I do like that. I'm really happy with the fact that basically this is a commission. Yes, Ulrich. I'm really happy that this started off as a sketch, which was blown up into Photoshop and turned into a pattern. I don't normally work that way. Normally, I use other people's patterns and I just construct stuff. So to have done that myself has made me kind of chuffed and rather proud of myself. Did I make any progress on the Daedric thing? The helmet is still sitting over there, and I took it out to the convention on the weekend and got barraged with questions as to when it will be happening as a real thing. So I guess at some stage I will have to pull my finger out of my backside and turn it into a real thing. I should have labelled these. Thank you for telling me, for reminding me, guys. You know, I'm glad you got my back. It is. Next, I really want to be able to build my own goddamn costume again. I don't have a lot of commissions, but like, they're all backing up against deadlines. Oh, that's really good advice, Jon. I should do that, eh? I don't like that silver marker. It's big and thick and Neanderthalish. That'll do. Me too. I wasn't going to wear the Nord. I was going to put the Nord on Rory and just have him on display. No worries, John. See you shortly, man. Because I anticipated it was going to be hot, and it was. It was 34 degrees with no air conditioning. Jesus Christ. Fourth icon, the guy in the steel armor with the spiky hair. We haven't had a photo together for ages. So, instead of putting him on display, I wore him so that Fourth and I could get costumes. And yes, that is the same Fourth that did Evil Ted's emoticons before he moved here to Australia. Purposely stopped taking commissions so I could have time to work on my Beast of a Dwarf build. So many new techniques that I have no idea when I'll finish. Yeah, I'm doing both. I have Supernova turning up in about 12 weeks. I won't have time. I've got to get this Chaos armor done for the client. And we don't have any other really big conventions here in Western Australia, so probably Supernova next year will be my big reveal, my big costume. There are a lot of little small conventions. I might have it ready for the end of August, September for the mid-sized convention that we've done that I've been asked to come along as a guest to. That'd be nice. No, mate. The commission is pretty much most of the armor pieces. He owns a 3D printer. There's bits and pieces he wants to do. But yeah, I have a lot of the armor to make for this guy. The helmet, I've got the base helmet there. The horns are the only bits left to do on it. I'm working out how we want the face on the helmet to be done. Whether we're going to do a T like a Boba Fett helmet, which some of the Chaos armor helmets seem to have, or whether we're going to do it as 3 separate pieces. Oh god, you're in WA. Yeah, just the one in Sydney, Ulrich, and that was because my Nordic won the West Australian Champions at Cosplay round, so they flew me over there for that con. I'm a self-employed, low-income earner. I don't have the money to go over east for conventions, which is why I'm really pushing Oz Comic Con to tell us what's happening with the West Australian and South Australian rounds of the Champions of Cosplay this year. They haven't mentioned anything. Now, last year, both of those states missed out on the convention, but they had a cosplay competition so we could at least enter in the round. This year, they've said nothing to us, so I got in touch with them, and they've passed it up the line to get back to me 3 weeks ago. How well did the Nordic pack down? I have a rolling road case that I had to make to fit on the plane, which is 1.2 meters by 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters with casters on it. That took the full set of armor and everything, and I could have made it less deep. I probably could have got away with a 1.2 because the chest piece goes all the way from the shoulders down to the duck tail. It's all one piece. I could have made it the box less deep, but it would still have to be wide to go across the pauldrons, which are permanently attached to the... and then I had basically a rifle case sized box for the sword, which was interesting getting through the airport security with, even though it was foam. What's in the box? Oh, a sword. And what's in the big box? Oh, a set of armor. Sure it is. Okay. let's cut these out. Then I need to flip those sets over and cut the B sides out so that I get the first 4 layers, which will all be 10s, and then the next 5 layers will be 5 mils. You missed my scary knife sharpening skills. Really? Well, they're back, dude. Because without a sharp knife, you don't get to do that shit. Look at that. Oh, smooth as my baby's bum. Oh, for the long stuff, did you have to put it in? Oh yeah, it went in as oversized baggage. I had to be there 3 hours before the flight left, mate. But most definitely went in as oversized. But it did go as baggage, not as freight. Because I managed to bring it in underweight by putting it in an MDF road case that I made myself. I do have a heavy duty road case with casters. It's the aluminium clad jobs with the big, you know. It was way too heavy. The box itself weighs 43 kilos before I loaded it. They wanted $700 and something to freight it over, and then the same to freight it back. So no, I made a travel case that would come in underweight. If you can get one of those tough plastic tubs from Bunnings and stuff, but the black ones, the tough ones, not the transparent white ones, and you can fit it in there, then your weight is reduced even more, eh? Now the, whoa, what the hell? Beardy's back! Thank you very much, Beardy. Some of those are going in the cup, mate. Most of them are spilling all over the place, you messy bastard. I hope you're going to clean up after yourself. Thank you for that. So, yes. I'm cutting it all out at 90 degrees to the surface at the moment. However, the sides of each of the scales are actually 45 degree cuts. So I'm going to put that bloody there. As far as Beardy's concerned, every freaking day is my birthday. It's not my birthday. My birthday's not till June. So yeah, these are all 45 degree cuts. And they're the edges of the scales, not the tops and bottoms. It's not my fucking birthday, you wallies. But thank you for the cheers. Oh dear. Tea time, Beardy. So yeah, but at the moment I'm just cutting them out at 90 degree. It is actually your birthday. It's the 19th. Yes, indeed. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want the 45s to be the entire face. I don't want the edge here to be sharp. I want it to be slightly rounded. So when I do cut out the scale and I put the 45 in, I don't do it the full width. Yeah. Happy birthday to Ulrich. Yeah. What I do is when I cut them, because I want the edge to be rounded, I cut my bevel off about 2 or 3 mils down, What camera is that? That one. See? About 2 or 3 mils down. When... Yeah, you like that, Betty? I'm going to leave it back in the shop. There it is there. It's pretty, isn't it? Then when you glue them together, I glue that 2 or 3 mil face together. I glue the surfaces all the way. I touch those two faces together and let them take and then roll them together so that this is not a very sharp angle. It's got a curve on it, a rounded edge like those do. Yep. So that gives me a more... No, this is going to be from Warhammer 40k, Betty. So, although the horn would fit in a myriad of universes, wouldn't it? So the plan will be to produce patterns and toss them on the Patreon page and try and help finance this hobby a little more. Unfortunately, I haven't been with you guys as frequently and as often as I'm doing the full armor, yeah, mate. I haven't been with you guys frequently enough to keep the subscriptions up to generate a supplement to my rather meagre $600 a fortnight, which pays my rent and barely any much else. So yeah, I've had to start a Patreon page. Anyway, let's cut these things out. So at least now they're labelled. Yeah, well, when Dad passed away, it kind of fucked with my head for a little while. I didn't think it did. I thought I toughed it out really well. I didn't let anybody down. But yeah, I wasn't doing any of the stuff that I enjoyed, and that was distracting me. So now I play the computer games. Yeah. I don't think we ever will be, Betty. Anyway, every time I get to talking to people, we get all morbid about that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Let's move on and making stuff, shall we? Woohoo! For sanity's sake, indeed, Ulrich. Six and 16 don't go together, but that's okay. These 4 pieces are 1/2, or one. Yeah, it'll be fine. So anyway, gang, like I was saying, links are available in there. If you guys have been working on anything recently, throw some photos up there, man. Show the rest of the community what you've been doing. Hell, bring me up to speed. It's been ages since I've seen what you guys have been doing. You moved again since we last spoke. The new house has a garage, but it's not really good enough for a workshop. Got things set up in it, but it's not really ideal. Guys, look. I'm going to screw up the overhead camera for a sec. Look, it doesn't matter where you work. I work in the middle of my house. My spare room, which is on the other side of the monitor, is now taken over by a family member, and I have shit strewn all over the freaking place that come out of there. Doesn't matter where you work, just work. Now, focus on the freaking table. Thank you. Who was that? That was Queen Junker. Hello, Queen. Thank you very much. I do appreciate those cheers. Thank you. Now let's try and get that squared up so that the shelf doesn't show in the... Meh, that'll do. Oh my gosh. Me gosh. See, told you I was going to screw up the camera. You're finally in therapy for your traumas. Good, mate. If it's helping you, bloody brilliant. I'm just glad that even if I don't have the income to be making physical stuff, you can still 3D model a whole bunch. Mate, that's still a creative process. That still gives you an outlet. You keep doing it. There we go. Sorry, the horizon of the table pisses me off when it's not, well, at least close to that. Queen Junker is now following. Thank you very much for the follow, Queen. If you like what you're seeing, stuff like this. You'll see my socials across the bottom of the page there. You can find me on my Facebook underneath my smiling face cam. I put a lot of photos and progress and stuff up there. Fairly active on Instagram, throw a lot of photos up there. Most of these streams do end up on YouTube at some stage, so you can go back over the history of my streams, follow the build of the Nordic Carved Armour, a few other commissions, they're all on there. And yeah, you know, when you guys are feeling flush and generous and stuff, feel free to come and join me on Patreon. There's a few tiers, and I'm reworking the rewards there to give those people who become patrons a little more, because they're giving me a little more. But you know how it works. But yeah, please feel free to at least follow along on those three, because that's where all the good stuff is. Okay, that's a 9. That's a 16. 9 and 18. Yeah. So 9 to the bottom. Get this piece out of the way. Trying to fit them all on this little piece of foam to give me the less wastage has made it a little difficult pulling the pieces apart. And I normally like to try and cut them away from the piece before I cut them to the lines. But if you're careful, you're okay. That's a 17, so that one goes there. Whoa, what's that? Then another commission. Clipped by Beardy. Okay, let me click on that. Oh, wait, that's Tim Tams. Geez, 2 years ago I was sniffing Tim Tams while making swords for people. Grainy ice cream. Is it frozen and then unfrozen? Is that the... Oh, Jesus, hang on. I'm watching your Twitch stream instead of watching my... There we go. Yeah. I didn't have real time on my screen then. I had Twitch time. Wait. You were working on Daedric armor? For me personally, I might be. I might have a Daedric helmet floating around here somewhere. I don't know. I might have started on some Daedric stuff. I'm a bit slack. I do the odd Skyrim build every once in a while. Keeps me occupied. Last few things I've done before I took a break. Next up is casting some 3D parts, making more chain mail and more leatherwork. Sweet! I need to make red lenses in the Daedric helmet. I need to work on the Daedric helmet. Although I'm kind of being pulled towards making a World of Warcraft build for myself. So I'm not sure. Oh, there's a link on Ulrich. So let's take a look. Ah, yes, I have been following your cloak, I believe. Did you make a harness to stop the cloak from sliding down your back? That's you, isn't it, Ulrich? If it's not, you look extremely familiar. We're wanting to start a Skyrim build. The glass armor. Ooh, yeah. Ah, see? I am following you on other socials. Ah, ha, ha. Oh, geez, pen. Last thing I made, do a ton of VR racing on my PC, primarily drifting. Took a super cheap flight stick and ripped it apart down to just its access controls. Built a box around it, stuck a handle on it. Works great, don't care much about the looks. Since you use it blind anyway. Yeah, as long as it damn well works, man. You only ask because you're making a Daedric armor as well. Hey, throw some progress photos up there. You can notice the links are available here for people to see. Damn! I like that. Like that. Thank you for the follow on Instagram, Queen. Dunk. You make things, exactly. So yeah, Queen, if you've got progress photos of your Daedric, throw it up there. Let's take a look. Yeah, if you want to. It's okay if you don't too. That's don't let me frickin' pressure you. Oh, my Zola transaction receipt. Zola transaction receipt? I think that might be my sub to Evil Ted going through. Yes. Kill bananas. Okay. Don't have space for a full-on race rig. That looks pretty damn full-on to me, mate. Okay, so those two are going to go together there, but that's going to be that 45, but leaving some meat on the top here to give me a rolled soft edge. You're not too far along. Just cut out most of the armor last night. Need more foam. Need more foam. You truly are one of us. Exactly. A maker is a maker. It doesn't matter what you're making, whether you're making bloody well armor or racing rigs or whatever. Creativity is creativity, man. Please tell me I haven't scored good into that piece there. Goody, 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 gumdrops. It's all desk mounted. Some people have like racing rigs where they have a racing seat and pedals are in the correct position, monitors mounted to. Yeah, I've seen a few of those, but hey, dude. If it gets you in the zone and you can throw that around, then, yep, Ulrich's Workshop following already. Woohoo! Look! It's my birthday now! Yep, I have definitely seen a lot of these images in my feed, man. Love those pauldrons. Fucking love them. Now, because this has got a convex curve in it, a concave curve in it, I'm going to use the... still working on that guy. The end guy is a tech priest. The reason I'm using the thinner blade is that it allows me to get around sharper curves than the fat blade. It doesn't matter if I get that jumpy thing that you can sometimes get, because that's going to be a tapered edge anyway. Okay. Must be 2 more pieces. Wait. Wait. Oh no, there's 6 pieces there. 2 more pieces is 8. That's cool. Right, it's a little warm. I'm just going to kick the aircon on for a sec, so excuse the air noise in the background. More of a fantasy Warhammer guy. Got 2 dwarves on the list. Both Grombridle, the White Dwarf, and Thorgrim Grudgebearer. That's the 7, it goes there. That's the 6, it goes there. So this is the 15, which goes there. Lovely! I want to put the glass top back on here, but the glare from the glass top back into the camera just screws things up. Me too, build the Warhammer Fantasy armor, going for one of these nifty guys. Cool bananas. I love the Warhammer universe, and like I said, I don't play the games, but the amount of creativity and personalisation and stuff you can do with still staying within a recognisable form is just, I love it. Find it funny that 2 costumes ago I kept being confused for a Lord of the Rings dwarf. Then I made one which had people mistaking me for a Warhammer dwarf. Now you plan on making one of those. Cool. And that should clear up the no, you probably won't clear up anything. You're in the same way, Tara. Love the art and the storyline. Don't really care to play the game. Yeah. And that's acceptable in this community. People, you know. I don't have a bunch of those people go, oh, you're a fake fan because you don't know the lore and diddly 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 diddly. I refuse to associate with those sorts of people. I'm not a fake fan. I'm a fan of the look of this. I'm a passionate fan when it comes to World of Warcraft. I've been playing for 14 years. I know the lore and all the rest of it. I don't know anything about Warhammer except that shit looks fucking awesome. So now, going to make another set of these, but reversed. And that'll be the entire bottom half of the first horn. Then I've got to make another full set. So I need to make the pair of horns. Hopefully I can get the pair of horns cut out and started on tonight, not just a single horn. Is that the same? Yeah, it feels about the same density. I've got a slight problem with the Skyrim horn steel. I used 2 different foam pieces for the horns, and one is a higher density and is therefore heavier than the other, and the helm tends to drop towards that horn. The good thing is I can access the horns from the inside, and I can weight the lighter horn so the helmet will still want to sit straight on the client's head. I still have to put some upholstery foam inside so that it will snug the client's head, but other than that, yeah, one does not simply have the money for both cosplay and building a Warhammer army. Or food, or shit, but hey! So we've done the A's, we're going to do the B's, which will give me 1 bottom helmet, and then we'll move on to a full second set. Actually, that's got a 90, let's put that there. Oh, but I'm feeling kind of unwell. Oh, shit, man. Take care of yourself, man. Look after yourself. I'll catch you later. Been nice chatting, but you're off to sleep. No worries, Ulrich. Thank you very much, man. If you're on the East Coast, it's got to be like 5 AM over there, dude. Thank you very much for the host. Betty, you did this on the past weekend. Let's take a gander at that. That's you in the middle, isn't it, man? Freddie, Jason, love it. Okay. I am the Jason. Sweet. Tall damn phone. Oh, dude, are you watching on your phone? Jesus, there's dedication. And John's on his mobile too. Yeah, chatting from the loo. Oh, thanks for that mental image, man. Fucking hell. As you do, from the loo. How else can you pay in bed and watch? Lay in bed. Oh, lay in bed, yes. Dude, I got a 55-inch bloody well telly at the foot of my bed. It's been sitting there for a year and a half and has never been turned on, but other than that... Oh, Going Ape's going to lay in bed and watch. Oh, how are you, my dear? It is bloody good to see you there. You're going to lay in bed so hard. Hello! Wait, you can't turn your tablet off. How that? Oh, you can't turn off the auto word pick. Righto. Your job here is done, because I have already rubbed my own. You mean there was an opportunity to get you to rub them for me? Oh, well, that's it. Next stream, I'm not touching my nipples. So this is probably really going to date how long it's been since I've been on. But girl, how'd that Naga of yours come along? Ron Jeremy, thanks for that, mate. Still making it. Okay, well, I don't feel quite so bad. Have a pick of some random Naga parts. And that's pretty random. That's just, they're in a plastic tub over there. That's the tail, obviously. Swords, headpiece. Just that headpiece looks bloody amazing. Meet my roommate. Okay. Right, where's the top edge? There. More done than I did yesterday. Well, that's the idea of working on it, isn't it? More done than you had last time you looked at it? Shit. Shit. Where'd that piece go? Oh, there. Okay. Okay, that is a full set for one side. Almost settled down to watch Little House on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie? What, the 15th rerun of the series? You saw I was on, so yes, I am glad that I supersede your desire to watch Little House on the Prairie. I really am. Because, like, once you've watched it 12 times, I think you pretty much got the storyline memorized. I'm not really worried about the Sharpie coming through my paint, because I still coat everything with that rubber bloody Rust-Oleum leak seal stuff, and if the marker can get through the rubber leak seal, then it's really not doing its job, is it? And 7B. Sancho! Where have I been hiding? Life is what happens to you when you're busy making other plans, my friend. Suppose if the truth is told, when I had that major life-changing event, I probably got a little depressed without knowing it, without recognizing it, and yeah, it's all good. I'm back, baby. This is probably going to be my regular streaming night. I'll start a damn site earlier. It's 20 past 2 in the morning now, but yeah, based on my weekly routine, I think you'll see me far more frequently this day of the week, starting about 2-3 hours earlier and going until I stop, like I normally do. No, at least once a week. I work Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, a lot of Fridays and Saturday nights. Okay? What the hell is normal, Becky? I don't know. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Good! We're all crazy here. As my favourite Robin Williams quote goes, you are only given a little spark of madness. Don't waste it on normality. That last bit's mine. I think I actually need to Oi. Thank you. I'm not crazy, I'm delightfully mad. Good. A little gassy. I'm not sure you're on the same program as the rest of us. Maybe less cabbage in your diet. You made 4 hoodies, 2 tote bags and some plushies. My God, you did keep yourself busy. Okay, so that's topper. Trying to break this apart logically so that I'm not cutting into starting on another hoodie today. Cool. That's not gonna give me enough room. This one is my favorite. Oh my god, I haven't been over here on Imgur for ages. Oh, I do like that though. It's very blue. There we go, that'll make that a little easier to handle. Right, 17 goes up there. Last thing that I put a fabric joining machine to was burlap, and it was unhappy about it, I can imagine. Next one's going to be a red-black fleece flannel with a black liner. I like that. I like red and black together. Or just black and black together, you know. That works for me too. Is my mic loud enough? Are you guys getting that? Because I can't actually see me bouncing too high on the levels there. And I'm not sure how to... I got my mic on full pelt. It's a new mic and I don't like it. You hear me fine? Good. The background music is there-ish, but it's all fine. Well, yeah, I don't want the background music overpowering everything else. It's just there so it's not dead quiet when I'm not talking. Okay. 18 and 17 go there. There is musica? Yeah, there's a little bit of it. I'm playing Dark Energy Designs in the background. How about that? I just turned the background music up. And now, of course, the track finishes. Yeah, he pops up occasionally, but I don't think he's streamed for ages. I see him on socials occasionally. He is living the 3D printer life, absolutely. I saw him do a whole batch of the hand drink holders with the different branches of the military in them, a whole pile of other stuff. But yeah, that was the last big influx of stuff I saw him do on my social. Okay. I've still got those other 3 pieces over there to do, and that will give us all 4 sides for the first 4 tiers of that before we swap to the thinner film. Drop frames? None. Good. Maybe that he was tired. That would make sense. Okay, so we got 6. What is that? That's 8, so that's there. Okay. 7. Sharp knife ASMR. That's funny. ASMR's come up twice in my conversations today. Makes your fingers hurt. How does my sharp knife make your fingers hurt? I would have thought it would be quite the damn opposite. My parents came to visit me yesterday. My dad asked me about streaming. He thinks it's interesting that you can watch people make things in real time. Live TV. Okay, so that's the 9. That goes there. So that's the whole bottom half of one horn. Oh, you told him about ASMR and Velvet said, what are you trying to do? Corrupt the poor guy? Okay then. No, you go that way. And you go that way. So now, these 4 pieces are going to be that bottom one. Enjoys ruining things for people. Why can't we have nice things? So now, I'm going to put a beveled edge on the 4 edges that will form that hoop. If Velvet 7 ruins you, I just... Okay. I think I might try and get a nice edge on the thicker knife for doing these bevels. Now that's shit. I'm not happy with that. No, now the foam is just pushing out of the way. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I might Dremel that one to get it where I want it to be. Oh, for Christ's sake. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. No, it's still... I'm trying to work out if Beatty's delay and not seeing the appeal is because he just went and sampled it, or I don't really know. Actually, how many blades have we got? That's it, just throw sharpened blades all over the place. Huge boob Asian sitting there doing nothing. Okay. Are they 18s? Let's see how we go with that. Hey, she might acknowledge you. Okay. I don't think I'm missing out on anything by the looks of that. They can give me money just to sit here. Woohoo! That's pretty. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I got too much of a lip on there. So let me regale you with the song of my people. Oh, for Christ's sake, just stop. thing. Right. The soothing sounds of the Dremel, indeed. And no, not the soothing sounds of a rotary tool, a Dremel. It's got like the brand name on it and everything. Yes, my glue pot died. Some nice thin layers of glue going all the way to the very edges with no big gluggy puddles. It gives you much prettier scenes. Yes, I know, I'm preaching to the choir, but there may be one person watching that hasn't heard me say that yet. So, carry on. I see Ted is now only going to stream fortnightly, every second week. That's going to cause me withdrawals, I think. Puts off your schedule all week. Yeah. I do actually like have it in my timetable to make sure that I don't miss Ted's stream. I may not jump in and chat, but I'm aware of every one of them, kind of thing. Yeah. Who's that? Seron27. How are you, mate? And yes, it's been a little while. I've had this sabbatical. How you're supposed to load your dishwasher? You only load your dishwasher when Ted streams. Is that what you're saying to us? No, don't do that. Do not roll the foam. God damn it. It's usable. I think I might have to change that blade out as well. Chef Taran, the sharpening the knife. Harking back to my days in the butcher shop. That's what that is, dude. Ooh. Nearly beveled the wrong edge. Hey. What are you doing? Are you upside down? Are you giving me a hard time because you're not in? Oh, there you go. Miss a couple of streams, forget how to change a blade. Yee-hee! Butcher Tyrannus. Well, yeah, that's where my knife sharpening training comes from. Okay then. Which is also a much cooler name. So like I said, the reason for the 45 taper not going all the way to the edge, but starting a couple of mils back from the edge, is so that I get a softer tip, almost like doing a V undercut. Yeah. A little bit of split in there. I didn't quite get the glue all the way out to the edge. That's not right. That is the piece that goes on there. Oh, fucking really? Don't be a bitch, I got an audience watching. What am I making today? I'm making a mess. I thought today I might get a little horny. Ugh. Indeed, it's been extremely disobedient. Doesn't know once you put glue on both surfaces, you're supposed to stick to the other piece. It's almost like it's not been watching the stream. It's true, one time Tirana streamed for 10 hours and glued 2 pieces of foam together. I did manage to drink an entire bottle of Frangelico. It wasn't the first time. It was one of the first times, though. Yes. I don't think Ted would have turned up at my first stream and brought me a bottle of alcohol the first time. I really do want to get to meet that guy face to face at some stage. I would dearly love to shake his hand, I would. Not that I don't want to meet you guys face to face as well, but hey. Yes, it did. I have the remake of it sitting just over there. I showed it at the beginning of the stream. Ted's killing me. I want to buy you. Do not want to buy me a Foster's. You will not appreciate the response. Canned cat's piss, Foster's. That's why we send it to you foreigners and mark it as an Australian beer, 'cause it ain't. No one in Australia drinks it. Tell you, spot a foreigner in the pub without them talking to you. If they're in the pub drinking a Foster's, they're a foreigner. They're a tourist. You did a small Twitch meetup this month with people from Creative. That's great. You like Heineken yourself? I'm really not a big beer drinker. I know that's blasphemous for somebody who comes from Australia, but yeah. So I haven't actually discovered a beer that I like or dislike, for that matter. There we go. That's better. You live in the US and you don't like sports, that's alright. Really don't like beer either. I have some lovely pomegranate Jose Cuervo. No, not pomegranate. The coffee. The coffee one. But do you have a banjo? It's okay. Just okay. generally, tequila is lovely. It's not the relationship I have with tequila. Lovely. So there we go, that's the very first layer of the horn. Tequila and me are good friends. Okay, not tequila and I, tequila and me. Good grammar there. Only sport is hatball. Am I not getting the reference? Okay, so this is the second tier. Tequila and grammar are not friends, correct? Sponsored by Glitter the Hut. Ah, now it makes sense. Where's the Tim Tams? Where's the pay packet, dude? Tim Tams are a luxury item. In SWTOR? I think my SWTOR account's still active. Oh, see, that's doing the same freaking thing. They are so good. I enjoys the Tim Tams. No. Everyone come on at the same time. Got 10 windows open. 10. I've had to put the face cam on really low resolution just to have both cameras working. Jons has returned. Either that or he's still sitting in the loo watching us on on his phone. And no, that's not personal and private information. You mentioned it in chat earlier, so now it's public domain information, dude. What do I think of the 3D metal models that you're building on Instagram? I like some. Have I not been sharing the love to your Instagram page on those? I'm sure I have. I'd be worried for a second there. Sure, I've been showing him the appreciation of his build. One of these days I need to make each of my accounts all the same name. It would help, yes. Okay. Nice one. Okay, so there's the second layer. You want to make horns now? Go for it! So that second layer will go on top. I'll put a taper on this edge and on the inside of that edge. Slide them together so about a centimetre, just under half an inch. Goes up inside this one. I do like it. I'm really, really happy with it. And as I said earlier on, I'm purposely keeping this one as a display piece for like cosplay conventions when they give me guest tables and stuff. I've got another one coming up in August where I'm a cosplay guest. so that you can see what looks like the finished horn on the front, but when you turn it over you can see how easy it is to make, that it's just foam, so that noobs don't get scared off by what we do. Okay, so I'm going to cut the inside edge at a 45-degree bevel, or a steep bevel, and the outside edge at a bevel on the one that goes below it. So they can now slot together. Well, so that they, not now, but they will slot together. What it also does is it allows the scales to not look so thick. I mean, it's 10mm foam, but you don't want 10mm on this lip or on this lip. Speaking of potatoes, he has crisps. No, he does not have crisps. The racehorse called Potato. No. I heard of a racehorse called 111, and a racehorse called Tutu. 111 race and 22112. 111 was a racehorse. 22 was 12. Pot 8 O's. Ha ha ha. Dad jokes. Dad jokes, yawns. Okay, so this is the lower tier. So it gets its top edge beveled on the outside. Look at this madman cutting towards himself. Oh my god. He's living so dangerously. Oh wait, the racehorse is a poor thing for being called Pot 8 O's. What about the poor race caller? The drop bears. Okay, so 45 on the top of that one, 45 on the inside of that one, so that they nestle together nicely. Look at that. See? How good that work? It fitted really well. Your faith in? No worries, man. Take care. You're exactly. Drop bears are not koalas. They are a much more feral, distant relative of the drop bear, of the koala. koalanoids. I like how koalas have got all the Japanese tourists fooled. Oh, they're so cute, so cuddly, I must take photos of them, I must have a hug. Yeah, right. They stink, they piss, and they've got very sharp freaking claws. They do have all the qualifications. Oh, God, he's doing it again. Mute. Dad jokes. Okay, with those two there. Yeah, Mum, the koala peed on me. The koalas pee on everybody. Are you punishing me? Well, don't know about me. You might be punishing the rest of the viewership, though. I'm just the one who gets to read them out loud to everybody. You don't want to be anywhere near this. How much can a koala bear? I'll go with dingoes. No, no. I bet she's seen a cockatoo. About a henway. What's a henway? Duh. See, I'll help you out there. I'll feed it. Why couldn't the pony sing? Do we need to ask that out loud? Do we? Because he was a little horse? There we go. First tier of our horns. Nice thin lip compliments of that beveling that we did. The Beverly. And that goes there on our pattern. Might give that a minute or two more. peak of the bevel. Oh my lord. We really have left you alone for too long, haven't we? Yum, yum, yum. It's my punishment for not streaming in so long. Fair enough. That being said, I did stream only a couple of weeks ago when I did the base of the helmet. I'm a granddad. I should enjoy no, as a granddad, I've gone through dad jokes twice now. Besides, it's not so much the joke that I enjoy, it's the groans of despair from my grandchildren as I tell them the jokes. Oh, hello, look out, we've got drop rate problems. Yes, the jokes are dead to me. I got the enunciation. Yeah, I see where you were going there, dude. Because you forgot the first time you told the dad joke. Ba-dum-bum. Or ba-dum-tish, even. Children's ghosts in haunted hospitals are like ICU. A stripper beat? Well, I can work with that. Stripper? I hardly know her. There's another layer for the so this is that third one there. And it will get the same treatment. Taper on the top, taper on the bottom. Really should put glue on that. Oh, I saw it. I read it, but I'm not reading it out loud. Should be enough puns for now, you think? It was enough puns for now 10 puns ago. You want to cosplay as a visual pun. Why not? Okay. Casino dealer fat chance. Ha ha ha. Or link from Loz with an arrow in the back. 404 on the shirt. Dead Link. Oh God. should actually work. That'll work there. Or a grumpy Viking. Norse is very similar to the Dutch word for grumpy. Norse. Okay. See, that would work there. That wouldn't work here. Nobody would know what the hell you were on about. I have to do repairs to my Norse, to my Nordic. He got some splits and tears in him from wearing him this weekend, which was a little sad. But he's starting to show his age now. Authentic wear and tear. Yeah, except the splits are not in the right place. It's definitely wear and tear damage, as in, yeah, I weared it and it teared. So I suppose, in the true sense of it, it is authentic wear and tear damage. Okay. Right, this is the last of the 10mm thick scales. I can't get the fineness of detail that I want with 10mm for the smaller scale. bugger. The foam is really drinking up the glue. The good thing is that with the lines that I want to carve into these, that a split looking seam is not going to be a major issue, because we're going to put all these stripes and stuff in there, so having a split on the seam doesn't break from the character of the horn too much, thankfully. Okay, there's some real thick gluggy bits on that. Glue drinking is a fun hobby, is it? It's up there with tequila. Okay. Tequila and barge shooters, oh good. So there's our bottom three. Starting to get a bit of a shape thing going on. This face here is the face that glues to the helmet, so it's going to have to be shaped and stuff. Eating paste is a gateway drug. Okay, well, while I'm waiting on that, she's a lady, alright? A lady? Whoa! You gonna head off something? No worries, mate. Thank you very much for joining us today. Ava's not Australian. And there are ladies in Australia. Right? Every woman is a lady, whether she acts like one or not. You still treat her like one. That there be somebody's daughter. Never. He thinks you're crass. Well, I can't understand how he came to that conclusion. Besides, Jon, I've got to say that. I live in a house with 3 of them now. Australia doesn't exist. We're all actors, remember? Starting to come together. Well, it'll probably stay together better if I put glue on it, eh? So many glue spider webs. Die at hell with aspartame, man. A Christmas present mimic. Fritz. Well, that defeated the fucking purpose of pouring it into the fresh one, so I had a clean thread. I know that container's full now. Get the tequila! Made your teeth crack, did it? It's only a little bit of cutting through an aluminium can. I mean, how bad could it really have been? Yay. Yeah, I didn't think that'd work quite as well on this one as it did on the clean one. Okay. Okie dokie, look at that. That I like, that's a nice horn. That's come together beautifully. It's a lot cleaner than the mock-up. Here's one I made earlier. But, guys, it's 10 to 4 in the morning. I might call it for the evening and continue this tomorrow. I've got to get the girls off to school all this week, as the High Elf is in Sydney for the week. So I've got all the domestic responsibilities. So thank you very much, gang. Yeah, the pillow needs drooling on, indeed. So, let's stop that. Background music. Thank you very much, Dark, for that. So I'm going to head off, gang. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate all the support and all the company in chat, which was here. Don't forget that if you want to follow along with any of the work I do, there's a lot of progress on the Facebook page, on the Instagram page, and most of these streams end up on YouTube. And if you want to help a struggling artist, there's a Patreon there. Everything from as little as $1 helps out and gets you rewards. I'm going to head off into the darkness. Last thing to remind you of is that yellow thing up the top there. It's called Cosplay because it's meant to be fun. Keep having fun with it, gang. I'll see you next time. Bye.